Hello and welcome back to StephenTozerRealEstate.com. Today we're going to talk about, should I sell with tenants? With tenants on a lease. Whilst it is very doable, and I've sold many properties with tenants in place, but if it can be avoided, it should be. Because remember, while it is your property you're trying to sell, it is their home. They have a lease, they have a legally binding contract that cannot be removed unless it's mutually agreed, and it's their home. Some people feel very invaded when a real estate agent's coming along and trying to take photos of their property and put it on the internet and show people through and have open homes. So it can be, it can be a little bit difficult. So if you can avoid it, try and do that, and then maybe stage the property to make it look much better. But to get the tenants on side, maybe it's a good idea to offer them a little bit of an incentive. Depending on what your rent is, you might take $100 a week or $50 a week off their rent during the time of the sale. And then your real estate agent needs to really work with them. They need to sit down and explain everything to them. They need to be told their rights, and they need to feel a sense of trust, because they don't want to feel as though they're going to be kicked out. Because if they feel as they're going to be kicked out, they're going to make it very difficult and not cooperate and make the sale as difficult as possible, and maybe even have a reflection on your price. So if you give them a little bit of incentive, they may present the home and keep it in good condition and be available, or unavailable if you like, to allow the agent to bring people through and have open homes and take photographs of their home. In Queensland, you must get written permission to have open homes and take photographs of the property, so it's really important that you get the tenant on side. A very important thing though, some people think that I've got a long-term lease on my investment property, people are going to want it. Well, the market at the moment is a very small percentage of the market is actually investment purchases. You're probably narrowing your buying options down to around about 20% or less of the market. So if you're going to sell with tenants in there and you can't afford to not to have them in the home to cover your lease and your mortgage repayments, probably look in the last 2 to 3 months of that lease period. So so it just makes a little bit of an easy transition. You can still pick up a potential investor to buy the property, which you can still reassure the tenants that that's a potential, but also you've still got the rest of the market, of about 80% of the market, still open to a first home buyer or just somebody wanting to buy your property. So really consider what you're doing, and as I said, it's preferable without the tenants, but it's very, very doable with the tenants, and in probably many cases it is, but it's really got to be a calculated process, and you've got to give the incentive to make the whole process, and in the long run, potentially you a better price. If you'd like to contact me on that, I'd be happy to discuss that with you in a lot more detail. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it informative. I'm Stephen Tozer, the most trusted local opinion. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.